Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 13 of the Spring into Simple Decluttering Challenge. It's hard to believe we're already at day 13. I'm just gonna make sure that my video is working, sound is working. Okay, looks like we're good. So today, for day 13 of the challenge, we only have today and tomorrow left, and then we are done, if you can believe it. Today, we're doing one more day working on your wardrobe. For today's task, we're going to do kind of the extras in your wardrobe. So we did tops the first day, bottoms the second day. Now we're going to try to do some of the extras. So maybe that's shoes, accessories. That could be like coats for you. It could be scarves. It could be shoes, like we said. It could be pajamas. Any category that you have a little bit extra of and you think could use some decluttering. So pajamas, workout clothes, formal clothes, maybe like business attire, any category that you want to tackle, whether that's shoes and accessories or a different category altogether. So we'll tackle it in a very similar way to the way we've done yesterday's and the day before's task. We're going to choose your category and make it as broad or as specific as works for you. Like if shoes, tackling all of your shoes feels like too much, just pick one category of shoes, like your sandals, and do that today, or your athletic footwear and do that today, or your summer pajamas, or whatever it is. It can be as broad or as specific as you need it to be, to not feel overwhelmed and to feel like it's something you can accomplish in today's decluttering time. So to start, I encourage you to gather all of those items together, whatever you're tackling, gather them all together, and first quickly go through it all and pull out anything you know is a definite no. Definitely something that doesn't fit, that you don't like, that you never wear. Pull those out right away. Second, pull out anything that you wear often and you love and you know you're going to keep. So again, we start with the definite no's, the definite yeses, and then we're left with all of the stuff that's kind of like a maybe, kind of in the middle. You don't love it, you don't hate it, it's just a maybe. So for those items, I encourage you to be as ruthless as you can. Try them all on. Really focus on keeping things that feel good on, that look good on, that make you feel good when you wear them. If you're doing shoes, like even if you have beautiful shoes that you love, but they kill your feet, that might be something to consider letting go. Maybe you can find a pair of shoes that you also love that are a little bit more comfortable. Or maybe you just don't need those extra shoes altogether. So I really encourage you to be as ruthless as you can. And also trust your gut. Often we have like a first reaction. You pull something, hold it up, and you kind of know right away, like, ooh, I don't like that. But then you almost talk yourself into it. But I spent a lot of money, but it would be good in this situation, but I might need it. I don't have anything else. You almost like talk yourself into all the reasons why you should keep it, even though you don't love it, you don't wear it, you don't, it's not something that you enjoy, it's not adding value, but you talk yourself into it anyways. So really, when you have that first initial gut reaction, try to listen to that. Try to think like, if my first thought was like, don't love it, go with that. Don't talk yourself into it. Don't let yourself get talked into it, because chances are when the situation arises when you could wear that item, you probably aren't going to either, because you don't really love it or it's not really comfortable. So try to be as ruthless as you can. Trust that first reaction you have right away. Don't talk yourself into it. You can watch day 11's video. Day 11's was a little bit longer, and I shared quite a few tips to make decluttering easier. I shared 6 questions you can ask yourself that can help you figure out what's worth keeping and what's not worth keeping. So check out that video. And then I also wanted to mention, like I talked about doing shoes or accessories, or also other categories of stuff like pajamas or workout clothes. And I'd encourage you to be really realistic about how many of those items you actually need. Sometimes we collect a lot, like with athletic wear or workout clothes, we collect a lot and it's a lot more than we actually need. So really figure out, how often do you use those clothes? How often do you work out or exercise or do those things? How many outfits do you actually need? And with pajamas, again, I know a lot of us, kind of like lounge clothes get recycled into pajamas when they start to get a little too grubby to wear out in public. So I really encourage you, like, it seems funny to have pajamas that make you feel good, but I have just a couple of pairs of pajamas, but they're like nice sets that I bought, not expensive, they were just from Walmart, but they're like nice sets and they feel good on and they're comfortable to wear, and I feel so much better putting those on than when I put on, you know, like the t-shirt with the holes in it and the stains down the front. So I encourage you to think about, like, could you have fewer but better items? Like maybe you only have a couple of pair of pajamas but you really love them, and you let go of those holey t-shirts or the worn out ones or the things that don't really make you feel that good. And you wouldn't think it really matters, but it changes how you feel about yourself and how you treat yourself and the ways that, you know, you just kind of show up for yourself. So I encourage you to be ruthless there too. Like, could you get rid of some of those really old things and maybe treat yourself to one or two nice pairs of pajamas instead? Or maybe you just want to get rid of the old grubby things and you have enough to begin with anyways, so you don't need to get anything new, but you just get rid of those older pieces. So that's kind of my encouragement for today. So tackle whatever category feels like you have too much of or feels like you could do a little decluttering in. The email talks about some suggestions also of things you could tackle, today's email. So yeah, and other than that, keep sharing what you're working on. This is another day when we might all be tackling different things. So I encourage you to share in the group, because you never know who you're going to inspire. They might think like, hey, I could do some decluttering in that category too. Like it could even be socks or underwear or those kinds of things. So I encourage you to share what you're working on in the group. Obviously, you don't have to post a picture of your underwear drawer, but just tell us what you're working on. Because, you know, you never know who you're going to inspire. And then I also want to remind you once again that even if you can only do a little bit of decluttering today, it all matters and it all adds up. So if you get, you know, just a few items out of your closet or your drawers, that matters and it helps and it adds up. So no amount is too little. So do what you can today with the time you have, and know that any decluttering you do is important and it matters. So I'll be back tomorrow for one last Facebook Live for the challenge. I can't believe we're already at the end of the challenge. But in the meantime, if you're also posting in the group, I'd love to know if you're noticing a difference in the way your house looks or feels or functions. Are you seeing the results of your decluttering efforts? Is it, you know, is a space in your house looking a little better, functioning a little better? Have you had any wins where you could find something easily, or, you know, maybe keep your surface that you cleared off on day 2, maybe it's still clear and you've gotten in the habit of that? So I'd love to hear about your wins so far this challenge. And yeah, tomorrow we'll be ending the challenge in a fun way, just to show you how far you've come and the difference consistent decluttering can make in your life. So that's it for today. So go work on your closet for one more day. Tell me what you're working on. Be as ruthless as you can. Try to keep only your favorites that you love. And we will see you back here tomorrow at 9:30 for another little live video and to wrap up the challenge. So take care, everybody, and happy decluttering. We'll see you tomorrow.